2K25, Season 1, man, Episode 11.
You never forget your first panic attack. Too big of a one, too many backs. No word of a lie, Jack. Trust me, the track can get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in the love shack. You've been here before, Jack, and we ended up with a side quack, and it's mass trauma to try and unpack. So tell me what you see. You feel you're here, but you gotta believe. Just breathe whilst you're down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe.
Episode of NBA 2K TV. This week we have more interactives and you vote for the top play of the year finalists.
Ooh, can't wait for that. But first, ready to earn some VC with some 2K TV Interactive?
And remember, all interactives in this special episode are presented by Hotels.com.
A team in a playoff series has a potential of playing 16 total road games. So, what is the record for most road wins in an NBA playoff run?
Is it 7, 9, 11, or 13?
Just breathe, bust it down on your knees. Just breathe.
50-something wins or some shit like that.
Tonight, MP.
Being an all-star as a rookie is really hard. MP deserves it, though. He's a really good player.
That's a solid team out there. You guys will have to bring it. Let's keep this winning streak going.
You got it.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. And a chance here to check out some stats for Stephen Curry.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been. the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Payton in at the 3 slot for the Lakers. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. MP out there with Doncic. And it's Adams in at the center. And guys, this is a game we've had circled on our calendar.
2 of the hottest teams in the league. They've been playing terrific of late. I'm looking forward to this one, partner.
Go. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. MP looking around. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Payton. It's to Curry. Back to Payton. Shot clock at 6. The 3. The Lakers with the rebound. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
And Greg, what about NP? For the first time, he's been named an All-Star reserve.
And I couldn't be happier for the young man. He deserves a testament to his work ethic. And man, what a player he's become.
Just an unselfish play from Curry, always ready to move the ball and his body to help an open shooter.
Here's James. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Lakers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Doncic with the bucket.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities or he's going to burn you.
For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Utah Jazz. Pass to Podziemski. Green with a screen on MP. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And again for 3.
That last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He tallied 50 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3 ball. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Back to Vanderbilt. Pass to James. Lakers passing it around. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They trail by 9 points. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
James throws it down hard.
harshest dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam King. Warriors trail by 9. Curry from deep three-point land. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Blue passes to James. Back to MP. Lets the three fly. Good! Another from three.
And he shattered the franchise single season high for three-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all season long.
And the precision with which MP shoots that thing seems supernatural, but it's all a result of long hours, and boy, how about the reps he's put up behind the scenes. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and rushed a huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
A three ball. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Lakers lead by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. So far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else that I like is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the power forward position. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Warriors trail by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting the cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Kevin Knox is checked in for the Warriors. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Draymond Green is checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Kevin Knox. Curry against MP. Pass to post. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Lakers leading by 18. Here's Blue. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
2 on the clock. Curry. Rebound the Lakers. The drive by MP. Again, Los Angeles.
Contact there. Reeves makes a lot of tough contested shots.
The Warriors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. He's checked in for the Lakers. And the power rankings now, second half of February. Interesting to see how some of these teams compare. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Green with a screen on Kleba. Majemski on the wing. Misses the wing jab.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here's MP for 3. And the 3 ball is good. MP's got 22 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Back to Majemski. Outside Butler. Green with a screen on Kleba. 3-pointer. Butler buries the long-range jumper.
The answer from Butler, no one is more competitive than Jimmy.
Out left to the wing. And it's Connect in the corner. 3-pointer. And MP with the basket on the assist by Connect. 25 points in the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Majemski with it. MP's there. Payton with the screen. And the wide open shot from Green. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Connect. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Blue passes to Reeves. The 3. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
There it is. With Reeves, you don't have to worry about his confidence.
Golden State's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Heat laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Payton's got his first basket of the night.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Free throw good, MP. So both teams changing it up here. Good on both. 7 seconds left in the first half. And Butler launches from deep. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers ahead, opening up a huge gap. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles.
Welcome to halftime, folks, and so far MP has been making a dominant impact. He's had a blazing hot start, I'd say.
You know what else is hot? This suit I got on. Check this thing out.
Ooh, man. If by hot you're meaning sweating, then yeah. Somebody get Shaq a fan, please.
Already got a lot of fans, Kenny. Millions.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the
I
Lakers.
only had 2 shots I missed.
We expected MP to put on a show. He's generated more highlights in one half than most players do in a season.
And look, I don't want to brag, but I feel like this guy's a combination of...
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
What stuck out to me was how easily he read the defense and found those cracks for his guys to exploit.
Warriors shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Luka Doncic's out there with MP. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's James. That one falls. James has got his third basket of the night right there.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
MP outside. Warriors with the rebound. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. Green finds Curry. Lets it go from deep. Lakers with the rebound. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
And here's James outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Curry with the 3, sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Warriors.
You knew it was coming because Steph, this man loves a good duel.
MP outside. Takes a 3. That's off his 4th miss in 13 attempts. Here's Podziemski. Keeps it alive. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A 3 from MP. Connects from 3-point range. MP's got 30 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Curry is inside. Vanderbilt defending, and the basket by Curry.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Here's James. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
At this point in time, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Goodwin comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for MP. 5 on the clock. A floater. Curry can't get it to go.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Pajemski. Now here's Butler. Tight defense on him. That misses off the backboard.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
James kicks to Goodwin. Melton, the bounce pass. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Green. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And LeBron throws it down.
Still moving down the floor like a freight train. LeBron remains a force on the break.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Butler kicks to Curry. To end the drought. LeBron grabs the miss.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Can't hit from in close.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
It's Curry with the drive, and the layup falls. 12 points for Stephen Curry.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Ball's got to move, all right? Let's just start driving and kicking and moving it on, all right? Let's settle in. Make easy, simple passes.
And Greg, the offense doesn't look very fluid right now. Los Angeles with some changes. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect, and MP subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And Golden State looking at who they've got. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Pajemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Payton in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Goodwin. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Now here's Curry from the arc. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 21 in the game.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Reeves in the corner. And here's MP for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Blues got 33 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And it's Butler missing. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Goodwin passes to Finney-Smith. Reeves, that's a 2-pointer, and the Lakers take on 2 more.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Outside, Peyton. Will it go? Rebound the Lakers. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. MP outside. Fires the three. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin.
You are the straw that stirs the drink. They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. Tough game tonight. Lock in.
Good luck out there, MP.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Good afternoon and welcome to a midday edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying the weekend so far. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And now a glimpse of who's out ahead in the All-Star voting.
I'm sure the fans and the players are eager for an update.
You look at MP, well, we know he'll be on the starting roster. He finished third in fan voting in the Western Conference.
And he's among the elite in this conference, and the fan voting reflects that.
And now that the starters have been decided, all that's left is to look ahead to the NBA All-Star Weekend, right here on 2K Sports. We'll see you there. A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. MP is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Adams in at the 5. This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, BA. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Now here's Halliburton. The 3. Adams grabs the miss. Pass to James. Good, and the assist assist goes to MP.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Doncic against Halliburton. Releases. MP shot is good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Indiana has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Halliburton. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Nembhard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Halliburton read what the defense was trying to do and then found his man off the pick. Beautifully done.
Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Halliburton in the 2024 All-Star game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points. And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation that hopefully it continues to grow here.
And here's MP from outside. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Pacers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Doncic passes to Adams. Back to MP. Lets a 3 fly. Connects again from distance.
That last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. Here's Nembhard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And right away, he's gone to work on the boards, just fighting for every rebound.
Yeah, we call those winning plays, particularly when you're doing it with the kind of effort he does. Those kinds of hustle plays.
And again for 3.
And he shattered the franchise's single-season high for three-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all year long.
Well, the precision with which MP shoots that thing seems supernatural, but it's all the result of long hours and a lot of reps behind the scenes.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Warriors was tremendous. He had 36 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive.
Listen to the crowd here. They know exactly how special this season has been for him.
To set the franchise record for threes in a season, they love him here. Some changes for Los Angeles. Hayes comes in for Adams and connects, subbed in for Vanderbilt. And the Pacers also making a change. McConnell's checked in. Pacers trail by 10. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Looking to end the run. And then Turner with the dunk.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
From deep, MP. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
McConnell passes to Turner. Launches a 3. The shot by Nembhard, no good. The Lakers lead by 13. Pass to James. Doncic outside. Shoots over McConnell. Pascal Siakam with a rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to McConnell. Goes up at the stripe. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Here's MP. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Free throw no good from MP. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Lakers ahead. They lead by 13. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor, and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
We've got Austin Reeves. Jackson Hayes is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's MP, and it's Connect in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often saying, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit. And that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Outside Vanderbilt. From deep, MP. A miss. Out of 8 shots, he's now made 6. Halliburton, the pass to Toppin. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it. Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said, it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your chapters ready. Especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him.
And this is how you carve up a defense. Halliburton slicing to the rack with real force.
And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guards.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
From deep, MP. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Pacers trail by 17. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his 3rd before the half.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Let's hear it for the most legendary dance team on the planet, your Laker Girls.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jackson. Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Neesmith. And it's Nembhard in for Halliburton. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Siakam, 6 to shoot. The three is up. Hits a three-pointer. Siakam's got 5.
Yeah, working the play to perfection. Siakam comes off the screen, free to fire a shot.
And here's MP from outside. And Los Angeles, another 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
McConnell finds Siakam. Shoots over Kleba. Siakam, no good. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. A 17-point lead, their biggest. And it's good. 2 points. He has 7.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Puts up a 3. The shot by Nembhard, no good. The Lakers lead by 19. James inside. Yep, that one's good. James has gotten 4 this quarter.
His overall size and strength really sets James apart from the rest of his peers when you think about his skill set inside.
Outside Mathurin. 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the second. James passes to Doncic. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Siakam. Outside Mathurin to end the run. Sinks it from distance. Mathurin's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Oh, missed the dunk at the buzzer. And so it's MP making things happen for Los Angeles. Knocking down 3 after 3. He's up to 7 3-pointers tonight. We'll be back in a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. So sorry. Yep.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money, Ernie, than I did in my playing days, especially if you consider that all guys do is dunk and shoot threes, and as many threes as I did, oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'd be out there getting every rebound and slamming Kenny's bricks for the putback slams, because none of these bigs today want any piece of prime Diesel.
So let me get this straight. You would both be amazing. What a shock. And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Indiana Pacers.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around. You really see it on the glass.
They need some of that Diesel energy in the paint.
They can use his size as well.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Los Angeles leading by 21, and Indiana looking at who they've got. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2, and it's Mathurin in at the 3.
Doncic always ready to let it fly once he catches it.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for 4th most in NBA history.
Yeah, he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
Vanderbilt against Siakam. Shoots from the elbow. James with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound in this one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throw down at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his career with the team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I wanted to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you. Sure, from 3-point range. Doncic has got 9 points in the quarter.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Halliburton finds Siakam. Over Vanderbilt. Siakam, no good.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Count it. MP's got 30 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Indiana has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Halliburton for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got 5 rebounds in the game. Doncic outside. Pass to James from the arc. The rebound by Turner.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Halliburton for 3, and Indiana misses again.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Tries a 10-footer. Connects. The jumper drops. Doncic has got 11 in the second half.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Pass to Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. And Indiana misses again.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
MP no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
When you think about the value Andrew Nembhard provides, Clark, he really excels at running the offense.
He's the quintessential point guard, B.A. He has a great feel for setting up his teammates for what they're trying to get done. Plays with tremendous pace and great confidence. Typically doesn't over-dribble and is unafraid of any moment. Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Nesmith comes in for Mathurin. And Siakam, here we go. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
We've got 1:08 left in the 3rd quarter. Yes, it's good.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. No good with a layup.
They keep going back to the same person expecting a different result. He hasn't scored the entire period.
Pass to Goodwin. Outside Reeves. Hayes with a screen. Fires for three. Indiana with a rebound. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Looking to get it going. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Nice job by Halliburton, showing you the toughness that time, going right into that defense and drawing the foul.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
And he makes the first.
Halliburton is just one of those young guys that has a really...
Called by the Lakers. And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to ever foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers. Play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith, DeAnthony Melton out there with MP. Then there's Maxi Kleber, and it's Goodwin in at small forward. That's the Laker five. Halliburton against Melton. From the stripe. No good, off the front rim.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Nembhard, and the basket by MP.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Boy, he was absolutely...
Again! What an avalanche!
And no one can stop him. It's another 40-point game, and he's had a bunch of them.
And with tonight's performance, he's now tied for fourth on the single-season 40-point game list. Nembhard outside, fires from deep. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Man, that's his shot. But maybe he was too wide open.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. From deep, MP. Good! Another from three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
And so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. It's rebounded by Goodwin. MP scanning the floor. It counts.
They're leaning on him heavy, and he's responded. He can carry the load.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long, everyone.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
So you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Good luck out there, MP.
Fans live for games like this one. And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Friday, they'll host the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And that game against Portland, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. Filipowski's out there with John Collins, and it's George in at the 1. And for Los Angeles, up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. MP out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. So here we are, Stan, with the trade deadline in the rearview mirror. It's come and gone. Some players are definitely, don't you think, breathing a sigh of relief?
Kevin, it was my favorite day of the season, the day
really?
after the trade deadline, because players get distracted by all the rumors. Now they can get back to focusing on basketball, and everybody knows now this is our team going forward.
And with the season in its stretch run, MP's been out to prove that his name should be on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And everything he's done lately has only made his case stronger. He's showing the kind of poise and maturity that not many rookies have. Put that together with his physical skills, and it's easy to see why he's so special.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing the contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix, and with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
John, we really appreciate the update. We know how detailed you are. Thanks so much. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Here's MP. after the made shot from connects again from distance.
And that last three now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him.
He must have been feeling it. The opposition hit one, and Collins wanted it back.
Doncic kicks to MP. Vanderbilt the pass to LeBron. And here's MP for three. It's hauled in by George. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Markkanen finds George. Can't cash in from close range. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And here's Doncic from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And normally near the top, handling the ball. Luka sneaking out to the corner there, getting free for 3.
Pass to Markkanen. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. From the line. The shot by George, no good. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against Indiana. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Pacers really lit up the floor. He finished with 47 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight, guys.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if we can't replicate that performance.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now, MP. After Lowry Markkanen misses from long range. Here's Blue. Again, Los Angeles.
And the benefit to MP being able to make that shot is it often leaves the defense at his mercy.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
It's time for T-shirts.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Adams. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Vanderbilt. Connect, he's checked in for James. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Clarkson taking his time here. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. Here's Sexton. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Some very clever ball handling from Sexton, getting himself some room to work with.
A three from good, another from 3.
And he shattered the franchise single season high for 3-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all season long.
And the precision with which MP shoots that thing seems supernatural, but it's all a result of long hours, and boy, how about the reps he's put up behind the scenes.
Here's Blue after the basket by Utah. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Sexton, and he drops it in from the low post. Sexton's got 6 points.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
Jazz trail by 9. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Sends the ball, no good. MP outside. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. 17 points in the game.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Collier. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson and Hendricks, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Out of their last 5 bigs, how about all 5 from long range?
Jazz trail by 18. Here's Collier. He has yet to score. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. LA has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Utah has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They need this, and that one good from Clarkson.
And that pull-up is one of Clarkson's go-to moves. And you can see why. He's put a lot of work into it.
And here's MP for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Pass to Doncic. MP outside. Latrey. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Blues got 12 now in this quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Clarkson against MP. Clarkson passes to Collier. And he's good on the 3-ball. Collier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by LeBron. The shot by Filipowski, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Blue passes to James. Back to MP. Utah with the rebound. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. To Clarkson from past the arc. Another miss by Utah.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Floats it up for James. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Ain't no fucking way. Athleticism. LeBron can finish just about any alley-oop.
with authority.
Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And finished off by Collins.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Doncic left side. Back to MP. Launches it. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, just another thing MP does for this team. Space the floor.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Clarkson outside. Pulls up on the elbow. It's hauled in by Adams.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
The 3 from MP. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's MP making things happen for Los Angeles. A sensational night for him continues as he cracks his three-point made total even higher on what has been a historic night for him. We'll return shortly.
Welcome, everyone. How about MP in the first half? Everything clicking for him. Guys, is it tough to carry a hot first half into the second?
Only if you skip your halftime snack. That's the most important meal of the day, Ernie.
Meal. Taking a look now at our featured game. MP was exceptional in that first half.
MP is stunting on them, and that defense has had no response. You're playing with fire when you let MP get into the flow.
Yeah, he's leading the way, and I don't expect him to let up.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
Well, when you have a guy that spreads it around like that, it confuses the defense. Who do you guard?
Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Luka Doncic out there with MP. It's Adams in the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Utah shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. MP dishes to LeBron. Pass to Doncic. MP outside. Fires the 3. Filipowski grabs the board. James against Markkanen. Lakers with the rebound. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, MP. Defended by Sexton. And now Utah, fast break. And Sexton slams it in.
Yeah, give it to Sexton. He can get up and finish.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. MP deciding where to go with it. And again, the Lakers no good.
Yeah, not in his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
George with the bucket.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
On the wing, MP. Defended by Sexton. And yet, another basket.
Another outstanding game for him. He has been a consistent offensive force all year.
Only 3 other players in all of NBA history have more 40-point games in a season than he does. And the Jazz call time here. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for the Lakers. Gannett comes in for Vanderbilt. Now here's Markkanen. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Here's Filipowski. Finney-Smith defending. A shot by Sexton, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
On the wing, MP. Defended by George. Blue, that's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here he goes, and the dunk by MP.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Jazz have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Lebowski passes to Sexton. Nobody near George. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Here's MP. From down in the low post, it goes. MP's got 48.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
To halt the run. George, no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
LeBron dishes to Doncic. Here's Gannett. He's guarded by Markkanen.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Maxi Kleber comes in for James. Austin Reeves is checked in for MP. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Doncic.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Melton. This one for 3. Hendricks pulls it in. Utah shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Back to Clarkson, trying to get something going, and rebounded by Gannett.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop the struggle.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great.
With some changes, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hayes, and MP subbed in for Austin Reeves. 1:31 left in the fourth. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Taking a look at the Jazz. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. In it forward, it's going to be Markkinen and Collins. And it's Filipowski in at the 5 spot. It's good from long range.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something to maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Outside, George. Sexton kicks to Collins. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, not what you'd call a volume shooter from three, but Collins can hit.
MP outside. There's the triple. And again for three.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it. And we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan.
MP on a red-hot scoring streak.
We've been on this for a minute. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. We're going to end this and I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Thank you for watching and tuning in. Join me on all platforms. We on another level now.